How's it going, folks? So I made a start on my kitchen unit. You wouldn't really call it a kitchen as such. It's more like a storage area for my cooker and pots and pans and a few other bits and pieces, with a worktop that's going to be on top with a couple of fold-up shelves, maybe a shelf or two in the middle there. But so what I've done so far, I've just made up a little frame. What is that timber? That timber is 1.25 inches by 2 3/4. So just a little square box basically. I'm going to put one more piece of timber at the back here, just to sturdy the back up and to bring it square. We're going to leave the bottom with nothing here because of where it's going up against the footwell. Once we have this back piece on here, we're going to start on the worktop. For the worktop, I've just got a piece of like finished board. I think it's stained, but it's a nice clean cut piece of wood. I got it from the range, so we'll cut that to size. When we offer this back into the van, offer up where it needs to be, we'll offer this to this, and then we'll try and cut this as straight as we can, because we're doing everything, guys, with a handsaw and block. So it's time to cut the panel now for the bench. Because I'm using a handsaw, I don't have a table saw. I just quickly rigged up this little jig here. Just 2 bits of tongue and groove. Just sandwiched the saw between it to get the distance I need for a nice straight cut. Marked a line on the countertop, clamped it down, and lined it up through the gap there. You can't see on the camera, but I have lined it up on the gap there. I might actually need to move it slightly that way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this and see how it turns out. So I think that turned out reasonably well, considering it was done with a handsaw. And this part here I will use I'll make a shelf out of this. This is going to come up like this. A couple of tins of beer I had last night when I was working. Yeah, one wee chip there, but we'll put that to the back. That's not a big deal. We'll give this a wee light sand. Yeah, we'll get it fitted. Update report. Cabinet is fitted in, plied around the sides. I'm just using recycled ply here, guys. So this will all be getting carved out. A nice little high look at this. We're going to carve at this. So that's it. It's installed there. The bench is cut where I need it to be cut from the seat, and to give me as much counter space as possible. And once I get this carpeted, there will be another bit going on here. It'll fold up, give us extra counter space. But I'm really pleased with that. That's looking well. So we'll carpet this next, and we'll paint the inside black. So we're going to carpet in around here. We'll put all the front and the sides, and we'll paint the inside black, and we'll see how that looks. And once we have that done, then we can start, once we have the carpet done, dried, and the painting done and dried, we can start to make our cooker shelf for here. So we'll get to it. So I took the lid back off her again, the worktop should I say, and now it's carpeted, and I think it really tidies it up. The carpet is a real good job. I think it's really good for finishing and hiding things, especially when if you're going like all this, how to cut out and round things here. You know, it gives a bit of leeway because the carpet's thick and it'll push into gaps. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint everything that you can see that's bare wood. I'm going to paint it black just to tidy it up nicely. We're actually going to paint it ash. It's a grey ash colour, so more closer to this. This is like dark grey, this is not actually black. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to have to sit and let that dry. Once I've painted that, I'm going to try and touch these up here, these brackets, just to make them black, just to finish everything off nicely. And there was something like a wee screw up there I had to fix. I missed a wee screw up in there, I had to fix that. Yes, so I'll paint this with the ash. I'll touch these up with the Hammock, and we'll have to let it sit and dry then until tomorrow. And tomorrow's plan will be to make up a shelf, get tongue and groove, and then we'll need to paint that black. Put a couple of brackets on for it, put the cooker in place where it's going, put the lid back on. Keep calling it a lid, it's actually a top, a worktop, as I will, yeah, it's going to go on there like that, and like that. So if it really bugs me that much, I'll get another bit and I'll just stick, I'll get another drop of glue and I'll just cut a long strip and just stick it on the top of that, because it sits on top of each other nicely, believe it or not. Well, so that's us for now. So we'll get a bit of painting done here, let it dry, finishing touches tomorrow. Oh yeah, and also this will go on here tomorrow once I get this all painted. You know, I could really do that tonight, we'll see. I might just get it painted and leave it for till tomorrow. This is going to be a fold up bench, or fold up, yeah, like a little bench for extra workspace. Maybe put it somewhere, maybe up, because I want to go onto that, screw into this piece of wood here, so that height, with a wee pole going to the ground to keep it up. Okay, that's us for now, so we'll leave it at that. We'll do some painting here, I'll let it dry, and then we'll go on to the next stage. This shelf last night, come out last night and glued it. I was finished last night and I said no, I'll come out and I'll get this glued up and get this painted, so this is ready to fit today, because I planned to do this all day and I was expecting it to dry quicker, so it didn't really dry that quick last night. Came out and check on it, so I thought to myself, well, I'll do the shelf too. I mean, this bit didn't dry quick, so I thought I'll do the shelf too, and by tomorrow it'll be ready to go. So we're going to fit this today. This is going to be my shelf for my cooker, and it's going to go up near the top. It's just going to be the size of the cooker. I'll squeeze that in, obviously, you know, something like that, but I'm going to put it at a slight decline, so it's lying backwards, so the cooker's lying down in to the unit, so it's hopefully hold it and stop it flying out when I'm driving. And then I'll have to put like some sort of like bit of timber along the back, so it fall into the footwell, and maybe a bit on the side to keep it to one side, so a wee bit of space here for whatever I want to put there. You know, everyone has to be sort of make use of all the space. Everyone has to be sectioned and things put in its place. So yeah, so that's today's project. And also, I went to the Range, which is like a hardware store for anybody who doesn't know, and I bought some wood shine satin. It's wood stain, sorry, and varnish, and it's antique pine colour, sandpaper and some brushes. And the goal is today is to get a coat on this early here and let that dry, and also a coat on this. Let that dry. This is going to be my fold up shelf. This will be, it'll stay folded down while the back seats are up. When the back seats get folded away for camper mode, this will go up like this, and it will be connected by one big chrome hinge, and it'll be supported by, it's hard to do everything one-handed, everybody always says on YouTube, but it is. So it's going to be supported up by this chrome pole that I had lying about me. So we're going to cut that to size, and how we will connect it is we will have one of these screwed to the bottom. This is like a thing for like a clothes thing you put in your wardrobe, hang your clothes on. That will connect to the bottom of the shelf, and one will connect to the floor directly below it. And the pole just slot into both, and that'll hold that nice and sturdy. That'll be nice and safe. So that'll be a real nice good finished job. You can see I used this before as a paint stirring stick, but that'll be cut off. So that's today's plan. So I want to get a coat on this early, let it dry, and then we can get this put in, and then we can hopefully we could maybe even get this fitted back into the van, and then just fit these two items, this shelf and the main worktop, whenever it dries at a later stage, maybe later on, way late tonight, or maybe tomorrow. It might take a bit longer. So worktop is on, fitted and stained with antique pine, and it turned out really well. I'm happy with it. It took 3 coats, but it turned out very well. Cooker shelf is in with a lip on the back to stop it falling out the back. The shelf is at an angle. The front is higher than the back, so the cooker lies in there, and hopefully it doesn't fly out when I'm driving. So the cooker will slot in like that. Okay, and then I have this container here for knives and forks and things like that there, and it just fits in there nice. Everything just lovely snug and made for it. Perfect. So I'm happy with that. So next thing is to flip up extra extension on the table or the countertop. Kitchen is now installed. Very pleased, it worked out very well. I'm very pleased the way it all turned out. Everything's fitted together nicely, nice and flush, nice and neat. Got my table on and my little flip up extra bench, but as you can see it's a bit high. I need to take a bit off. I just cut it a bit longer, just rather have too much than too little. I can take a bit off it. This isn't screwed down yet, but this needs screwed down here. It's just sitting there stuff for now. I just decided definitely want to screw into my floor. Other than that, that just needs a bit off it and screwed down. But that's more or less finished. So I put my IKEA spice rack thing back on again that I had in my old vans. I'll do for now. I really I'll get a plain wood one and paint it the same colour, but it'll do for now. Tidies it up. So in here, simple little kitchen setup. We've got our cooker. We've got a container here, just fits nicely. I'm snug in beside it for nice forks, tin openers, all that bolt and all that sort of stuff there. We've got this wee crate I had here, just fit it nicely. Just got a pot, mess tin, some paper plates, my kettle, made a little bin, and my cooking water. Nice and simple. I'll put up in here with condiments and stuff, you know, spices, salt, pepper, all that gear. So it worked out very well, so I'm really pleased with it. The little comfort van in general, I'm really pleased with. But we've a lot more to do yet. We need to get new cover on this, and you know, just do bits and pieces to make it more comfortable for myself. Things I think I need as I go along. But so that is me for now. It's the last of the video for this for now, because anything else will just be minor things, and I can update those in wee vlogs as I go along. But yeah, I'm very pleased how it turned out. I hope it gives people some ideas. This stuff here, see this carpet, this is a godsend. You know, if you're not really, your carpentry skills weren't really neat, it hides so much, so definitely recommend using that. And as you can see, there's my seats will fold up in there. And this here just comes down. Goes like that, and then take this away. It's just nice and flush against there. Then you can drop, put the pole in, got an extra workspace. So just need to screw this down. Decide I really want to fix it down and just screw it down and be done with it. Yeah, my seats can just fold back, and see what comes back, so it comes a 4-seat van again. I hope you've enjoyed this little project. Anything more substantial video content on it comes up, I'll let you know. But other than that, over and out. see you again.